deeper sense, that's staying in the video. In the deeper sense, okay.
You are sorry, wrong video. Sup, Malvin, Johan. All right. So basically,
That was horrible intro. That was a terrible intro.
that's staying in the video. You know that, right? Yeah. Anywho, I had a all right. So
Alvin hates it already.
Jesus Christ.
Well, how about like just do it? Can I do the intro?
No.
No.
Next time. All right. You said you won't. Right? Not my fault. Okay.
Nah, it's
Anywho,
just I feel like I can do it better than you.
First impression counts.
not that I'll deny, but shut up. God, taking the
Right,
spotlight
right.
all the time, everyone.
Melvin, he is still jealous. Let him be jealous, please. Let the
Yeah,
man
he's
be
jealous.
jealous. Let the man be jealous.
We have to stay professional for the video, man. Come on.
Yeah, okay. Gibson, continue.
Still staying in the. Please tell me this is staying in the video, right?
Yeah, it's staying. No worries. Go.
So one question.
Yeah.
Today's question.
Today's question is
Science versus philosophy.
not exactly. It's
Wow.
gonna trigger almost everyone in the field, but okay. I mean, it's like the thing is about philosophy and the facts that is going on, right? If I say something that a rolling stone gathers no moss, I mean it's true, but then again, it's used as a metaphor in most cases, right? So the question for today is, what is the difference? Like why is it differentiated as philosophy and like like actual facts that's going on? Yeah, talk.
All right. Philosophy. Philo means what? Wisdom. Sophia means love. Love for wisdom. The Greeks thought of
I
it.
read it the other day, but I forgot.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like philosophy was more of a manual or a instruction booklet for living your life in a way. It's like you can just call it the science for science, you know. But like just like you know how people like Pythagoras was a philosopher, and through his derivation, not his derivation, like he was also a mathematician. He got the Pythagoras theorem, right? So it's like some aspects of philosophy was carried into science, right? So I wouldn't say that without philosophy there can't be any science. Like I forgot the name of the Greek philosopher. He said that the world is ever changing. It's like it's not stationary. Things are evolving here and not evolving. It's just changing,
It's changing.
right? Yeah, it's at a constant flux. That's what he said. So
So
he
you
said.
mean that? So you mean that like philosophy is the basis of some kind?
Yeah. In some aspect, like because
In some aspects.
what he said that when you step into a river, all right, and you step out, and you step into the same river again, you're not stepping into the same water. In what sense? Being that they're not the same water particles, right? And through that aspect, he gave the theory of the point particle, which is now used in physics for dynamics and all that stuff, right? So it's like every aspect of philosophy had a contribution for science, I would say. Like I said, it's the science for science, you know. So
No, what I think is like I literally tell everyone that I love philosophy and science both, right?
me too,
But
me too.
philosophy helps me think out of the box, and science helps me to prove it, or at least come up with a concept according to it, right? I mean, related to it. So what I
Yeah.
think is that philosophy, whatever you do or tell, is not really related to the moment, but the concept of it is, that like he said that you're not stepping into the same water, like the same part of the water again and again if you're
Yeah.
stepping into like the same position into the water body. But so just like that, you can say that your life's changing. You can like bring in different concepts or theories into the same thing over and over again. You can just use one concept from philosophy into various subjects. So yeah, I mean,
So
there are
so it's
differences, but
just
then again, like, yeah,
so
go
it's
on.
just different perspectives of a single theory, of a single philosophy.
Yeah.
We just look
Yeah,
we just
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, different ways. It's like both subjects in science and philosophy has that creative aspect of thinking, right? You're both making not theories like yeah, in a way you're making theorizing and you're making theories like on how to make life easier, or not easier, like how to live life,
Just
in a
knowing
most
what it is that
Yeah.
is that's it.
exactly, just like the deeper sense. That's staying in the video. The deeper sense, okay, just needed the right words, right? The deeper sense in our everyday actions, all right, to give that more of a purpose. Like that's what philosophy is, and for science, I would say that's explaining what's happening. All right, the more of the principles, the set of rules for why is happening and what is happening. Like the reasons behind it. Just like philosophy, that's the one thing I find they have in common, which is the creative thinking. So yeah.
Yeah, and also like the other day I was talking to Jay, baby girl, and I don't know why they say that. Anywho, so I was telling him that so the comparison with the Big Bang, the Big Bang theory, the Big Bang, how the universe was created with an egg, literally with a frying egg. So you know how an egg is raw before, and then you put it in the pan, fry it, blah blah blah, and then you get an omelet,
Really?
right? Oh my,
Really?
I never
We
knew.
didn't.
Yeah,
We did
I
not know
literally
that.
found it out yesterday. Yeah, my mom was like, "Are you dumb?" I'm like, "Yeah." Anywho,
And
so basically,
starting to
that's what.
work in a restaurant.
Oh,
I want
oh,
to
hey,
curse. I want to curse,
All
but
right.
this is family friendly.
And don't put out personal information.
no,
Bleep
no,
it out.
I work at a restaurant named I don't know, Friends, that cafe in Friends. I forgot the name. Wow.
You mean
Central Perk.
Central Park?
Yes, Central Park. Yeah, I work there. No worries at
Uncultured.
all.
Is, is Gunther there too?
Yeah,
God
I
damn.
don't like him.
All right. Moving
Getting
Anywho,
on.
back
so
to science
Getting
and
back to science and
philosophy.
philosophy.
All right.
so basically I was telling like so raw egg and then you fry it on a pan and then you get the omelet, right? So I was thinking of that concept that before it was something, it always changes, as you said, it always changes into something else or evolves into something else, right? What if the Big Bang, before the Big Bang happened, and the present universe that we know and study right now, what if it was something else before the Big Bang, right? It was something else, and then it recreated itself, and then became what it is today. So something like that. That philosophy actually, creates a daily life example in a way, example, and then we can actually follow the concept of the example, I guess, and then come
Mhm.
up with theories. At least some logical aspect of it, we can come up with that, and then actually go on with it. Like it gives you a base to work with. Like
Exactly.
that's what I
Yeah.
can find this like connect philosophy and science. It gives you the base to think about. At
Yeah,
least that's it.
like through like worldly examples, through like humanly examples, like as you said, like
Hmm.
it creates the basis of the sciences. It gives more of a, like as I said, a word. Excuse me.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
It's
I
okay.
have
It's
a
okay.
sore throat, so
No one cares.
Take it
Just
easy.
go on.
hey. Okay, fine. So yeah, continue. As I said, worldly. Shut up.
Worldly examples.
Worldly.
I'm sorry. Yeah, move on.
Just
It
go
is
on with
okay.
it.
Just
Go on.
continue, man. Come on. World. Continue. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, on a on a scientific basis. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Fine. Moving on.
Moving
Alvin.
on.
Like, um, yeah. Like, if I had to conclude it, like final thoughts for it, like I would say, like, science is it's like they're concerned with natural phenomena, while philosophy like attempts to understand the nature of man existence and the like a relationship
Like
between
from a different perspective, like
yeah
understand it,
like
yes, but from
different
a different
perspective
perspective.
like exactly like different
A
philosophers had
different
different
and
yeah take on
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
different and
Yeah,
deeper.
some had more fatalistic approach to it, some had
Hmm.
more optimistic, like it all depends. But then again, it's like I said, it's a study of what the nature of man existence, the relationship that exists between like these two concepts,
Hmm.
right? So yeah.
Yeah. The thing that I wanted to say was that like the other day I was like comparing omelets with literally the universe, the omelet with the universe. What a great idea. Anywho, I was telling Joe that about that you can compare anything with anything, all right, but you have to know what you're comparing if it has any simple similarity with that, thus you're comparing, right? So I'm just telling that any reaction, uh throw the egg out of the bin because it was nasty. Any reaction at all, it has a product, it has a reactant, it has a middle phase that it's reacting, right? So you can create any examples with it and then compare with the bigger things. So what I wanted to say was that you can compare a simple, really simple thing that you do in your daily life with a massive thing that you really like is hard to understand, that really is hard to understand, and you're just like, well, I don't know about it, so I can't really explain or theorize it. But you really can with the help of philosophy and science together. Again, as I said, philosophy helps me to think outside the box and science helps me to prove it, right? So something like that, philosophy can help you to compare those really not comparable things and then put your base and think on it. So I
So
guess
what you're saying is like philosophy is like a metaphor. Like it's like a giant metaphor,
Yeah.
right?
literally metaphor that
So,
you can actually work
so
with,
do you think that's the
kind of.
reason many scientists were part philosophers in some way or
Yeah,
in some
yeah,
way
bro.
or
If you
so?
think about it, like there
And
were
as well,
philosophers, all right,
and
like
economists as
Newton.
well.
Yeah, like let's talk about Newton here, all right. That dude didn't talk, didn't do anything. He was locked up and cooped up in this room of his. He didn't talk with anyone, all right. He was very antisocial, all right, not asocial, all right, antisocial. He didn't like people. So he thought like his entire life. He just what he did, he was thinking, right? So like what he thought is what gives us the base of entire classical physics, all right. How planet acts with blah blah blah, all right. It's like, and how did he do this? He thought, right? He thought big, and I feel like this thinking, right? This philosophy turned into physics, all right? This our current field of physics, right?
Philo-
This is quite interesting in that
yeah,
aspect.
the
I would say.
Exactly, that's the
philosophy
thing,
I
like
think
in
gave birth to a lot of other subjects, not just the physics. I mean, not just the
Yeah,
sciences.
I'm just
Uh,
giving an example. I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
giving an
yeah.
example.
no,
Yeah.
like
True.
I think that like many people, really many people think that philosophy is going against the tide, but to me philosophy is understanding the tide, like that's it. Like not going against it but understanding it, so that we actually can know or move or introduce other things into the tide that can go with the flow as well. So that's the thing that I want to say, that to my conclusion, like if, like, do you guys want to conclude now or just later on a bit more to say?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
I want
Don't
to
mind.
sleep, or yeah,
Obviously, you
you
do.
you you want to sleep. Yeah,
Hey,
All
anyway,
right. Let's.
anywho,
All
so
right.
to
Let's go.
conclude it, to me, that the question we started with, what is the difference? Like, what differs philosophy with science? It kind of really doesn't, because each of them supports each other. Literally, it supports each other. In science, if you think about it, like if you want to compare relativity with quantum mechanics, you can't. You really can't. But then again, at a deeper level, at a point, there's just
don't
maybe I
say
just
things like
chose
that. Don't
I,
don't
I, I
don't say
just chose
things
the
like
worst
that.
examples. Yeah.
Don't say
Wait, wait.
things like that. The
Hey, hey,
internet will have you. Oh
are you good?
dear.
You're in.
He will be missed.
He
We are
will be
gathered
missed.
here today to mourn the loss of Johann Jar Jar Binks. Yeah.
Wow, that was Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Gary.
Oh, he's back.
Oh
Yeah, but I'm
God,
sorry.
you
I'm
know.
sorry.
No, I'm just saying that you can't really find differences, but then again, they do support each other at many concepts, like at a point. So that's my ending. Like there are differences that, like in many metaphors, like it is a metaphor, so it wouldn't really make any sense. But then again, you can use the concept of it and make it a base of something else. So that's what binds philosophy and science. What do you say?
Hmm, I really haven't thought of a well conclusion. All right. I would say like I stand by what I said. It's like I love philosophy and physics so much that I can't pick a ground
You
really
don't have to pick a ground. You just have
without
to say
being
like
without.
how they're
Shut
related.
up!
That's it. Okay.
I'm speaking. All right.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, damn right. Anyways, yeah. So I don't know how to say it without being biased. Like in like bluntly, I would say that physics, philosophy, is like this guidebook, right? On how to do things perfectly. It can be spiritual, it can be very practical, right? Whatever it is, it can vary in scale, right? But where science is, it also it is different, but very much similar to philosophy. And I would say, like I said, philosophy is the science of science, right? In a way, yeah.
That's
So
the quote. The quote. That's the title of the video. That's
Father
it.
of all subjects.
no, you
I'm
don't want to
saying.
trigger people like that. You don't want
Okay.
to
All
trigger
right.
people.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. All right.
I've done
Right.
it a lot. I
I
mean,
want to say that.
Yeah, but Johan, what do you think about it? Like,
Yeah,
what's your conclusion?
I think it's just a giant think tank, and I think philosophy can be anything what a person wants it to be. Uh, as
Hmm.
it can be anything a person wants it to
that's
be as long. Yeah.
mm, that's
So
nice.
it, yeah.
Dynamic.
From my perspective, like as you said, like you cannot actually take a side between physics and philosophy. As for me, I cannot also take a side between physics and, no, sorry, I mean philosophy and economics. So I think both of these subjects, physics, economics, like all three of these subjects can go hand in hand. So I think that philosophy will do make the base of all of these subjects, and it can continue to be an example. As I said, it can be anything a person wants it to be. So I think that's
Mm,
it.
Yeah, that's a really neat way to put it. It's
That's
like
yeah. That's
philosophy
really
is
nice.
dynamic, but where science is, it has this fixed
Exactly.
bars
Yeah.
Like
or how
many
you
of the
can move.
subjects just have its points, but then again,
Mhm.
philosophy is just
It's like what you interpret it to be.
yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Basically,
It's
like
like
you see the, yeah,
the
as you said, like like sciences, they're fixed, they're like constant, there's something given and we derive
there are
something from.
boundaries. Yeah,
There are
boundaries.
boundaries, and yeah,
Like philosophy, everyone
philosophy
can
is like
think in
it's
their
moving.
own way. So yeah.
Hmm.
It's like actually moving. Everyone. That's why we say everyone has their own philosophy, their own perspective of the
Exactly. Yeah.
truth, or from superheroes we say justice. So they have their own philosophy of justice or something like that. Yeah, I would say that's it.
Oh man,
Noise.
I cut the video. I'm sleeping.
Noise.
All right.
All right. So
All
anything else
right.
you want to
So
say?
this was the question for today,
This was a
right?
messy conversation.
Yeah. Hope you guys have fun. All right. Feel free to comment below if you want us to have a discussion about any topic that you are interested in. So yeah. Good night. Leave me alone, please. Bye bye. Bye bye.